And welcome to the Wealth Builder account, debt elimination and wealth building combined. How's everybody doing? Can I do a sound check real quick? Would somebody mind letting me know if I'm coming through loud and clear? Great, fantastic. All right, that is awesome. I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you are on this call today, you were probably invited by someone that said that they're going to introduce you to a method of not only being able to pay off your debt in 1/3 to 1/2 the time without having to refinance and without having to take a secondary job and do all that kind of nonsense, but would also introduce you to a methodology for accumulation of wealth. Ever since we started Worth Unlimited, our movement has been debt elimination and wealth accumulation. And with our partnership with USG, we now have completed that secondary section of not just the debt elimination, but the wealth building combined. In order to set the stage for you for the Wealth Builder account, Worth Unlimited and United Solutions Group USG have come together to form the Wealth Builder account. The first aspect of the Wealth Builder account is debt elimination, or what we call the Worth account, Worth Unlimited. Debt elimination, if we are going to truly educate people how to accumulate wealth, how to become financially savvy, how to understand their finances and take advantage of their finances, then we have to have a starting ground for everyone. I mean, some people need to crawl before they walk, before they run. And what we have found through Worth Unlimited is the easiest way to educate people about their finances and educate them about how money moves, banking principles, how money literally operates, is to take them through the process of getting them out of debt. Now, when we think about getting out of debt, obviously we have to understand where is our money going, what are we spending it on, and how do we take control of those aspects. Well, being able to see that information on a daily basis, a weekly basis, working with our constant budgeted information, so to speak, educates us about how money operates. You know, we live in a world of technology, and our world has been changed forever. If we look there on the left, I'm a big Trekkie fan, and I don't know how many of you out there are Trekkie fans, but I'm a huge Trekkie fan, and I remember watching Star Trek when it first aired back in '64, and I remember the gadgets that they had on there and the things they were showing. It was just like, this is just absolutely too far-fetched. This will never come to be. Wouldn't it be neat, though, if it did? We look there at the picture on the left. The first Motorola flip phone was designed after the Star Trek communicator. In the center, that looks oddly like an iPad. And on the right, yes, now we do have the wristwatch that's come out. I think the point I'm trying to make is, if we can think about it long enough, if man is confronted with an obstacle, a challenge, something that we need to overcome, something we need to make easier, more simplified, man is always up for that challenge. If we put in enough brain power, if we put in enough time and enough effort, we typically will overcome any problem, situation, solution that we are trying to resolve. We have the things today that we previously could have only imagined on Star Trek. They're in our hands. We're using them every day. In this world of technology, most technology is designed to save us time, effort, and money. We think about the wheel moving to the horse and carriage up to the 750 horsepower automobile. Think about that evolution of time. It's not that long ago. We're just talking the 1800s in places like New York that people were still in horse and carriage. We're now with production, 750,000 horsepower automobiles. We fly down the road, not even wondering what it looks like to be in an 80-mile car accident. Think about the telephone, the first wire that transmitted sound, then to the first telephone. Now we have smartphone technology. How much of your life is wrapped up in your smartphone? How about this one? Clay pad, abacus, tying knots, the first key adding machine, the TS Texas Instruments 100, first adding machine, handheld adding machine, actually came out the year after I graduated, and now we have the computer. You see, technology, we trust it to do the job it was designed to do. Technology is always created to answer a question. We're trying to overcome something. We're trying to make it easier to get water from the valley uphill. So we create So we create the water screw. We're trying to make it easier for people and faster to get from point A to point B. We have flight travel. And we trust this technology. I want you to think about this. How many of you were raised in a house where you actually remember getting your first gas-powered lawnmower or your first washing machine? See, I was raised in that house where I remember getting both. The lawnmower was something we pushed by hand, and you had to rake up after. Then there was gas-powered, made it easier. Washing clothes was something you did by hand in a bucket with a washboard and a board of soap, and you rinsed it and you wrung it and you hung it up. The washing machine, everything that we develop in technology, it's designed to perform a certain task, and we trust it. We trust that automobile. We trust the smartphone. We trust our computer to do the jobs it's intended to do. How many of you have been on a plane flight recently? I really need you to think about this. Plane flight has really only been perfected in the last 65 years. Truly perfected. And we jump on a plane and hurl ourselves across the United States and don't even give it a second thought. We trust technology to do the job it was designed to do. The internet, online banking, smartphones, remote applications for car, home, and business. How many of you have those remote applications you can open your house and your car? How about touchscreen and audio computer capabilities, GPS technology? Technology that we've taken from the military to make it easier for us to get to our aunt's barbecue. We've taken GPS technology and created the navigational system to make it easier for us. Our world has become more complex, but we have created more complex solutions. We have created solutions that on the user end are friendly, but the work going on behind the scenes is incredibly complex, just like your standard computer. Well, I'm here to tell you that technology has finally caught up with personal finance with the first and only financial GPS navigation system for your finances. Now, we've addressed a lot of issues. How do we get to point A, point B faster? How do we clean clothes faster? Or how do we secure our homes? The safe, all that. No one has ever really put the time and the energy and the effort and the thought process together to figure out how do we deliver a system to the consumer public that is extremely user-friendly, easy to operate, easy to use, but is very complex in its operation that will truly benefit the client and help them get from point A to point B the fastest way possible. Point A to point B the fastest way possible. Well, why do we use a navigational GPS? Well, the first reason that we use it is it gives us a choice of routes. If you've ever used a GPS, you could take all freeways and toll roads, or all back roads. You could take the most aggressive route from point A to end up at point B, all toll roads, or you could take a more leisurely route. You can enjoy your ride. If you take the more leisurely route, you're probably going to take a little bit more time, spend a little bit more money, but you're probably going to enjoy the ride a little bit more. So you have a choice of routes. We also know that the navigational GPS goes along with us. It's a companion for the ride. It's not that we're just out there trying to figure out how do we get from A to B and we got to look at people. It goes along with us. It talks. It interacts. It becomes a part of our journey. The other thing that we know about this GPS navigational system is that we are still in control. Look, it'd be beautiful when you got your navigational system if it took over your automobile, so to speak. You could put it on like cruise control, real cruise control, but that's not the case. We know that when we use a navigational GPS system that it comes alongside. It operates in conjunction with the automobile that we're driving. We don't get a new car, and we still have to turn the steering wheel. We still have to accelerate and brake, and we still have to listen and make the right turns and do the things that we need to be doing. The bottom line is we are still in control when we use that navigational GPS, and all we have to do is follow the step-by-step driving directions that are given to us by the navigational GPS system. See, the navigational system represents point A as where we are starting, our starting point, and recognizes point B, where we're trying to get to. And you ready for this? It does all of that mathematically. It finds us the quickest route from point A to point B mathematically. That's what your navigational GPS does. Now, all of us have been driving down the road, and we hear that voice come on. We missed the turn. There was a traffic road closure, whatever, and we hear that voice come on that tells us that we missed that turn. And what does that voice say? It says, recalculating route. What we do know about the navigational GPS is it's easy to use, it's user-friendly, and it does the calculations and the work for us. All we have to do is follow the directions. Makes it a very simplistic system. So why do we use Worth Unlimited? Well, first off, it gives you a choice of routes. If you want to take a very aggressive stance towards getting out of debt, you can set your system up so that it denotes the majority of your finances towards getting you out of debt. If you want to set it up to take a more leisurely approach to getting out of debt, possibly accumulating wealth while you're getting out of debt, or maybe you just want to take a more leisurely approach to getting out of debt because you want more money to be able to enjoy maybe your latter years, maybe you're coming close to retirement, maybe you just want to have that money to enjoy. Instead of paying off in 9.3 years, maybe it's okay for you to pay off in 12 years and be able to spend some of that money. But the Worth account gives you a choice of routes, how aggressively you want to go about paying off your debt. The Worth account goes along with you. It is a visual representation of your finances, and I'm going to show you some screenshots here in just a moment that are going to take you through and help you understand that. We are still in control with the Worth account. It comes alongside what you are currently doing in banking. We're not saying you have to get any specific type of mortgage, any specific type of checking account, any specific type of line of credit. Whatever it is you are currently doing in banking today, you continue to do that. However you are handling your current bill pay situation, you continue to do that. There is no alteration to your current system and structure of banking. This is a system that comes alongside and operates with you just like the navigational GPS with your car. And just like the navigational GPS with your car, all you have to do is follow the step-by-step driving directions that will get you from point A, in this case, all of the debt that you currently have. That's point A. That's where you're starting. And this program, the Worth account, will help deliver you to point B the quickest mathematically possible way to get you to point A, from point A to point B. Point A, all the debt you have. Point B, being completely out of debt. And all you have to do is follow those step-by-step driving directions. If for some reason you get off route, if for some reason you get off track, what do you think the Worth account does for you? Like the navigational GPS? You're absolutely correct. It recalculates automatically all of your directions, your step-by-step driving directions to get you from point A to point B the quickest mathematical way possible. Now, you don't have to pull over the side of the road. You don't have to ask for directions with the Worth account. You don't have to pull out the abacus, the calculator. You don't have to sit down with the financial planner and try to figure it out. You don't have to spend hours of trying to sort through what happened in my financial journey if I got off track. It will recalculate automatically. The program was designed with purpose to help you on the quickest route to zero debt. All you have to do is follow the directions on how much money to move, the exact dollar amount, when to move it, the exact date, from what account to what account, the most efficient accounts, to help you find what? The quickest mathematical solution to zero debt. This right here is a picture of the Worth account. This section I just highlighted up here is called the action plan. The action plan represents the body, as you see here. The body always represents 3 months in advance. You can see I have December here, I have January listed down here. Below that would be February. These are screenshots that I've taken, so I'm not going live and interactive. This action plan is your to-do list, your monthly to-do list, everything from John's paychecks to when your first mortgage payment is due to when your power and electric bill is due. The action plan is populated by going into your budget. This is where you add income and expenses. Very simple, user-friendly access and ease and usage. When you put in your budgeted items, next you would go to your accounts, and from your accounts tab, this is where you would put in everything like your checking, your savings account, and anything that had a monthly payment, an interest rate, and a balance and a term. This is where you would log your accounts. Through here, you can actually add new accounts, and through the Worth account, you can add accounts online. If they have an online web-based presence, you can search your accounts online and add those accounts online directly. Once you have filled out your budget and your accounts tab, it populates this upper section you see here, and this is called your dashboard. This is telling our client that they will pay off 30 years of debt in 9.3 years. They will pay back in interest $68,459, and they have the potential to save over $171,000 in future interest. Now, if that was a real story and that was your story, how excited would you be about that? How excited would you be about being able to visually see that and track that and follow that, your progress towards getting out of debt? How many of you have to go to one account to see your balance on your car, another account to see the balance in checking, another account to see the balance on your mortgage? Well, no more. If you have connected online, you can go in and have an accounts overview and a budget overview that are listed right here on your front page. If you notice, the design of this is to make all of your information on the front page just one click away. We determined if they had to click more than once, they probably wouldn't find it. With the accounts overview and the budgets overview, you can click in there at any time, and it'll tell you in real time, what are your balances, what are your interest rates, how much have you used out of your expense folders, like for food and dining, for power and electric, how much of your folders. So you have a complete visual representation of your month at a glance on one page. Beautiful, beautiful. We have a reports field in here as well that you can run reports at the end of the month, setting things up with categories and tags so that you can search inside the program and run things like medical expenses, pharmaceutical expenses for tax time. You can run monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually reports. You could actually run a report every day if that's what you wanted to do. The program is visually appealing and easy for the client to use. Now, we talked about step-by-step driving directions, and that's represented here by this highlighted 12/1/2014. The program is requesting that John and Rebecca take money from savings. They pay it to their home equity line of credit in the amount of $1,023.64. These are called funds transfers. These are the step-by-step driving directions of how much money to move, when to move it, what account to take it from, and what account to pay it to. They're always designated by these red arrows. These funds transfers are automatically generated by your use. It's the program's response to your use of the program. Two things about these transfers. Number one, it will never tell you to move money that you do not already have on hand. And number two, it will never tell you to move money that you have earmarked inside the program for something else. It is literally as simple as loading your information into the program. Be honest with the program on the update of information, and it will generate these line items telling you when to move money to help you find the quickest mathematical solution to zero debt. The science backs you up with the first interactive debt elimination program. We connect over 13,000 banks and lenders. It has web-based connectivity and security. That means that all updates of the program are overnight and at no charge. This is the interactive application versus every other static budget on the market today. We are mathematical engines driven by complex banking algorithms and systems. With the Worth account, there is no magic. There is just math. If everything I just said is true, can you imagine the possibilities? We have a corporate commitment of over $10 million in development costs to date. We've been recognized and awarded by Ernst & Young as Entrepreneur of the Year, Utah Region 2008 in financial services for the Worth Account program. If you do not know who Ernst & Young is, please take that down. Please research them. Largest accounting firm in the United States to date. Giving us that award, that one award right there gives us more validity for this product than anything I could possibly say on this webinar. But I have always been a person that I believe results speak for themselves. We have helped our clients save over $2 billion in interest and bank over $88 million in cash savings using only the Worth account, not the integration of the wealth building side of USG, of what you're going to hear about in just a moment, of the wealth builder account. This is all on the Worth side. Get with the individual that invited you to this presentation and let them run a free analysis for you with the Worth account and get yourself started on the road to understanding your finances, understanding how all of this operates and moves together, and get you in a better position financially than you've ever been in your life. You know, with Worth Unlimited, we do have a career opportunity as well. For those of you that joined us, that was an overview of product. I want to thank you so much for joining us for that overview of product. If you have more questions, we want to have all of your questions answered. So feel free to get with the individual that invited you to the presentation, have them help you fill in blanks. We have videos that are available that you can get through the agents, that they can have you watch all 3 videos. That'll fill in a lot of the blanks. But for right now, I want to move into the opportunity with Worth, the career plan for Worth. There is a business side to this. Not only can you be a user of the program, get out of debt, accumulate wealth, you can also join the team and help us buy America back one family at a time. So why Worth Unlimited? Well, if everything I told you is true, the product is an absolutely amazing financial tool. Would you not agree? Our target market, what do we think about debt in America? What are we hearing every day? Every single one of you hears a debt conversation, at least 1 or 2 per day. Our method of distribution, we have closing assistance available. So if you're very good at introducing and showing videos, or introducing and talking a little bit and getting people interested to take the next step, we have an entire call floor. We have individuals available in the field that if you're good at introduction, they are very good at taking the introduction into the analysis and into closing. So no closing necessary starting off for you. You can actually operate through a referral system. Lucrative income stream, full or part-time income from day one, just getting in the gate and getting moving. You can have incredible success. Assisted sales available, no closing necessary, but we will train you. I do live webinars every Monday evening. These are training webinars for our agents. We actually have 4 webinars a week that you can plug into. We have training materials in our back office and everything that you need for success. Step 1 is introduce the program and get the client excited enough to take the next step. The next step is call our no obligation toll-free savings hotline, and a 3-way call with your client so we can connect them to you or the person you're using in the field to close. Step 3, the home office coaches or your field coach will review the savings analysis with your referral. The home office or field coach will explain the program in detail using clients' numbers, and home office or field coaches will close the sale, and yes, you get paid. We have 9 ways of earning income inside of Worth Unlimited: personal referral, closer commissions, personal recruiter bonus, team overrides, executive management overrides, 5 profit sharing pools, plus Worth rewards, private label commissions, private label overrides, and tips, incentives, and promotions. Everybody is trying to get to executive director. We operate in levels. You come in as an agent, and then you go from agent. Once you have done 4,000 in personal volume and 1 personal sale, you get promoted to supervisor at a 28% contract. Now, the commissions that I'm showing you here on the right side are based on an average sale of $3,100 at 70% volume. So 4,000 as an agent, you start out at 23% at $496. Do 4,000, 1 personal sale, you go to supervisor at 28%. You do 12,000 and 2 personal sales, and we move you to director, and that's $714 on an average sale. You do 28,000 and 4 personal sales, we move you to managing director, and where everybody's trying to get is to executive director, 60,000 and 8 personal sales. Now, I need you all to know, this is on a running. This does not reset every month. So if it took you 4 months to go from agent to supervisor, so be it. I have people that have gone from agent to executive director in as little as 2.5, 3 months. So it is very doable to go up the ladder in this system. But this, I also want you to understand, I am showing you the commissions if all you are doing is referring business to us. All you are doing is introducing, showing the videos, and then calling the hotline and setting up appointments. Those are your commissions if my closers close the deal for you. Now, if you've been in for a while, you're starting to learn what you're doing, you're getting a better understanding of how the program comes together, then you can start closing your own deals, and we can see those commissions listed right here. The increase to your commissions if you're doing the introduction, you are running your own analysis, and then you are closing your own deals. I want to introduce you to something called spread. if in this company we want you to build a team, that's where you're really going to make your money. If you're out of there having to hunt and kill every day, finding new prospects, trying to get them interested, run analysis, close deals, that's going to be a long, arduous process. What you need to do is build a team, because the team, you're going to have different people that are producing. You're going to take a portion of what comes off of their team. They're going to take a portion off of you, and so on. There is something called spread, and that's the difference in the commission levels. Let's just use agent and supervisor. The difference in that commission level is $109. That means that if, let's say I'm a supervisor and I just brought in a new agent, okay? Well, the new agent sells a deal. They're going to get $496. I'm their supervisor, or I'm a supervisor. I'm a level above them. I bought them in. The difference between my commission of $605 and their commission of $469 is $109. When that agent that I recruited sells a deal as an agent, I get the difference. I get the $109 as a commission. That is called spread. This section here, obviously, you're going to have some people that are agents, some that are supervisors, some that are directors. This is also an incentive for you to push yourself to move up the ladder. You bring in somebody as an agent and they pass you, you no longer get spread on them. You bring somebody in as an agent and you stay an agent, you're forfeiting spread. They go to supervisor, they're going ahead of you. I just wanted to show you that in each one of these levels what that spread looks like from an agent to an executive director. This also shows that override and spread difference level that you can see: agent, supervisor, director, what he overrides, a managing director, what he overrides, an executive director, what he overrides on each one of those levels, okay? So an executive director on a managing director overrides 108.65. An executive director on an agent overrides 434.62. The bulk of your income, your true income potential, is going to come through building a team, through getting a lot of people doing a little bit of work, and that's how this is going to come together. Everybody is trying to get to executive director. Well, we just talked about spread, and as I mentioned, if you bring somebody up and they're the same level as you, you lose that spread, or if they pass you, you lose that spread. So I know everybody's mind, they're thinking, well, why would I want to create executive directors? Well, the reason you would want to create executive directors, we thought long and hard. Remember, from managing managing director to executive director, the difference is $108 in spread. Well, what we decided was that if you kick out an executive director, we're actually going to give you a pay raise. If it is your executive director that you put out direct to you, then what we're going to do is pay you $150 in spread and 6.95% on his entire base shop. Now, that's unheard of. I really want you to get a picture of how the money starts adding on top of itself. Now, we have personal recruiter bonus. Again, all of these commissions are ongoing. We have level 1 and level 2. The easiest way I could explain that is, let's say we have Mike and Mary. Let's say I recruit Mike. Mike is level 1 to me. Every deal that Mike does, I'm going to pick up 2% off of whatever deal he did. Let's say Mike recruits Mary. Mary is level 2 to me because Mike recruited her, and Mike is level 1 to me. So every time Mary now sells, I'm going to pick up 1% off of her because she is second level to me, and I'm going to pick up 2% off of Mike because he is first level to me. What level is Mary to Mike? If Mike recruited Mary, then Mary is level 1 to Mike. So every time Mary sells, Mike would receive 2%. Since she's level 2 to me, every time Mary sells, I would receive 1%. And that goes on for as long as you're in the business, as long as we're working the business together. This does not reset. I just want to give you an idea. If you make it to executive director, and I'm just going to show you with a limited amount of work, if you have 6 people on your team, okay, it's you and 6 people on your team, you are doing a total of 15 total branch sales, 3 monthly sales on your own, and you've got 6 people doing 2, 2, and 2, okay? Your personal income is going to be $3,723.99 from your 3 personal sales and your 15 branch sales. You're going to pick up in team overrides $3,911.60. All of these team overrides are based on an average price of $3,100 deal, okay? So I want you to see this as an executive director with a very small team doing very limited production, a total of 15 branch sales, 12 coming out of there and 3 coming out of personal, you're going to end up with an income of $91,627.12. And that is not a shabby income when you think about the amount of work that would have to be done to get yourself over to that type of income potential. We have bonus pools where you can override the entire company. These bonus pools reset every single month. You have to qualify each month. 14% of all company sales, company-wide, go into these pools. In the back office, it does show qualifiers for each one of these pools. I don't have the time to go into each one and the qualifiers, but if you get with the individual that invited you to the webinar, they can take you through the process of the compensation in detail so that you thoroughly understood. If there's portions of this that you were a little bit unclear of, I know that I'm moving a little bit fast, but I don't want to keep you here on the phone for 2 hours. We also have Worth Rewards. Worth Rewards, wouldn't it be lovely to be receiving additional money on top of everything else that I've already talked about? These also reset every single month, and you have silver, gold, and platinum. These are the qualifications for each one. On your silver, it's 4,000 paid volume, 2 personal recruits. It's $400 check on top of everything we've talked about. Gold is 6,000 personal paid volume, 600 is the dollar amount with 2 new personal recruits. And for platinum, it's 8,000 personal paid volume, 2 new personal recruits is an additional $800 check. You can use it for whatever you want on top of the compensations you've already seen. Why Worth? Because we are a growing, expanding company, because we have been around. Why Worth? Because we offer a phenomenal program. Make great income helping people working for the best boss in the world yourself. You could do it part-time or full-time. Make a difference you can be proud of. What you get through us is replicated agent website, agent training videos and marketing materials, agent back office, email and video marketing systems, contact manager and prospect tracking systems, sales activation portal, sales personal and team sales commission statistics, announcements and promotions, live events calendar, newsworthy blog, Worth Shop. That's where you can get good swag on Worth, web events, agent training and update webinars, live phone, email, and chat support. How many companies you know still offer live support for their agents and their clients? The Worth Independent Agent, to become a Worth Independent Agent, if you are on this call and you are considering becoming a Worth Independent Agent, if you decide to enroll by no later than midnight tonight, if you decide to enroll with Worth by midnight tonight as a Worth agent, our normal enrollment is $149. It's a complete business in a box with all the training, all of the tools that you need. If you sign up by no later than midnight tonight, we will do that for $99. There'll be a promo code No Debt that'll be created for this call. For those of you that are leaders that are on the call, this is for people that attended the webinar this evening. Achieving your financial goals begins with debt elimination. That's what we found out. Let the Worth representative who introduced you to this powerful solution run a free analysis for you, and let us show you how Worth can help build a better tomorrow for you today on the wealth and debt elimination side. Now, we're going to take a little moment here. I know that I have a gentleman on the phone here, and that gentleman would be Mr. Tom Lee and Mr. John Owen. Do I have you two gentlemen there?
We are here, Mac. Great
All right.
job.
Which one of you is going to be the first one to talk?
JP is.
JP? All right, people, I want to introduce you to JP Owen. He is founder of USG, one of the founders. And we also have Mr. Tom Lee. He is one of the founders of USG. And USG is who we have gone in partnership with and to help build out what we would call the wealth building side of the Wealth Builder account. You've heard about the debt elimination side. John, do you have control of the screen? Do you have everything you need?
I think I'm good.
I want everybody on this call to know not only are Tom and JP business associates, but they've been close personal friends of ours. They've been in business for a long time together. They've been partners. They're going to go through a little bit about themselves, and they're going to also go through the Wealth Builder side of this. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for taking your time and helping us with this webinar today. And gentlemen, it's your floor.
Hey, thanks, Mac, for that, for the time. Thank you for introducing us, and I'm going to get right into the meat of things. Folks, the size of the opportunity on the worth side is enormous. Number one, because people are looking for a way out of debt. They're looking for a better opportunity to get their finances in order, and that's what the Financial GPS does. It really takes a snapshot of where they're at and where they want to be. But, you know, the other side of the coin is people also want safety. They want a better way to save their money. They want the things that they've been taught in the past, saving through IRAs and we call qualified plans, from a forever tax to a never tax situation. We have the answers at USG, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get into it. The size of the opportunity is enormous, not only on the debt side, but again, on the savings of America. And the bottom line, there's 76 million in the baby boomers born from 1946 to 1964. They call that the baby boomers. There's 76 million. Generation X, 44 million. Generation Y, 70 million. When we combine all of those, that's just a tremendous opportunity with a lot of people to help. What's really amazing is this. We've got $45 trillion changing hands from the baby boomers in the next 50 years on down, a total of $196 trillion. That's enormous. That's a crazy number. Now, we always talk about America's debt at $20 trillion, how we're never going to get that number down to zero. That's what Americans believe anyway. Bottom line, what do you think this number is? It's an enormous number, and that leads me to the next slide, which is this. We call it the perfect storm, and what I'm saying to you is that there is $24 trillion in liquid funds, and there should be more now because of the market in the last 2 months, but in IRAs, 401ks, and 403bs. Folks, $24 trillion, I don't need to tell you, that's a lot of liquid funds sitting idle where people aren't, utilizing their money. They're sitting there on the sidelines scared to death. $17 trillion alone in just IRAs, but $24 trillion in total. Now, we would think that's a great opportunity, John. Yes, it is. However, we had 1.2 million agents representative 20 years ago in our business. Now there's only 450,000. Most of the agents that have come on board and have left are retiring, folks, in the life insurance industry. So there's a ton of opportunity for us. However, that is a problem when we got $196 trillion changing hands. There's $52 billion in commissions paid out every year in our business. I'll say that one more time, $52 billion in commissions paid out per year. So that leads me to the next slide, which is our opportunity. We went through the worth opportunity. We need, and what we're looking for at USG is honest, ethical, moral, and people that want to help America. Folks, you got to be on a crusade no matter what you're doing in life. You got to be on a crusade to want to help somebody make their life a better place and a better opportunity for others. And that's what we're looking for. Where are we finding them? Really, anyone that really desires the opportunity. The opportunity also is for insurance professionals, financial professionals, mortgage professionals, basically anybody that's looking for, and realtors, looking for an opportunity to double their income and quadruple their income, which we're in the money business, folks. When we deal with people's money, there's lots of money to be made. What's nice about what we're going to talk about today is that 100% of the money that our clients contribute go to work for them. They don't pay a portion of their money to us as commissions. The people that pay us is the institutions that we do business with. They've been in business for over 100 years, and they've got the money to pay us. So what can we do with the Worth Unlimited opportunity? Well, bottom line, in the USG opportunity, you can be a referral source. You can be an USG agent to sell, just, selling, or you can team build. What Mac was saying on the team side is very, very important for you to get, because bottom line is, folks, you want to get to here, okay? And why you want to get to here is it's nice to build residual income. But you can do all three. If this isn't for you, no big deal. We're going to show you some really cool numbers of really with low sales, okay, that you can do. Either be in a referral source, and let's talk about that. Anytime that our clients invest money into a savings program, we're going to use the word target premium, but it's just a fancy name for commissionable dollars. So I use an example here in the next couple slides that if a client contributed $250 a month, that equals $3,000 a month. And our first, if you wanted to just be a referral source, you would have to get your insurance license to participate. But let's say you get your insurance license, you're going to end up getting 30% commission of an average premium of $3,000, an average sale of $3,000, which is $900. If you have 50 clients that you're going to see through Worth, which, folks, that's what this whole thing is about, is seeing people and getting them out of debt. But if you see 50 clients a year, that's an extra $45,000 a year you're not making right now with Worth, because now you got two sides. You've got the front side at Worth, helping people get out of debt, and now you got a savings program to help people save, and you're making $45,000. Let's say that you want to be an agent. Let's say that you have a $3,000 sale times 4. Our first level of management is 75%. That's right here. Okay, that's our first level. We're going to go over the promotional guidelines in a minute, but let's say you get to management and you just want to sell the product. That's fine. If you have 4 sales, that's $9,000 per month times 12. That's $108,000 a year just being an agent and just selling our product. Folks, that's pretty darn good. That's not counting your Worth sales. Okay, so you got a front side and a back side. That's $108,000 just on the USG side. So, folks, here's our USG promotional guidelines. You start at 30%. You go through 11 different levels, okay, and they go to 93%. Now, beyond the 93%, we've got these things called generational overrides over here, which means that it goes beyond 93%. Now, many of you on the call will go, John, how can you get over 100%? Folks, when you build a team, these generational overrides kick in at our first level management, which is 75%. So not only are you making money when you're selling a USG savings program with a client, but you're also building a team, and that's where these kick in over here. So let's talk a little bit about team building with Worth Unlimited and USG, okay? If you started at training associates over here, 40% as an associate, district managers at 50, divisional managers at 60, and vice president is 75. So our first level is 75% over here. That's from a VP founder. We call VP founder, and that's 75%. But folks, it goes beyond there to 93%. And then beyond that, we talked about it just a minute ago. We talked if you recruit Bill, Mel, Pat, Sue, and Tom, there's a 9% to 17% generational override that's beyond these levels here, which means you're going to make up to 9 to 17% on each one of these recruit, depending on are they your first level, second, third, fourth, and fifth level. We go 5 levels deep. Now, it doesn't matter how many people they have on their team. Bill, just for an example here, Bill could have 1,000 people, and that means that every sale that Bill's team sells, you get a piece of. Now, if you're a 75% vice president here, and Bill is your first level vice president, you're going to make 9% on, let's say Bill has 10 people to 1,000 people, you're going to make 9% on every single sale that he makes. Okay, that's just an example. I'm going to tell you something. This is where your big money is made. This is where your mid-six-figure incomes are made. It's exciting. So let me go over this with you. By the way, you never lose your producers. Once you recruit them, they're yours for life. Folks, this is what we call the triangle of trust. It's a lead generation machine, and that's what the Worth account's going to do for you. When you put leads in and sell Worth accounts, that's a lead for you for the insurance side. And why am I going to say that? Because as a junior agent, what we call when you make let's say you become a senior agent, a VP, you want to build a team. And the reason why this is important is because your junior agents are going to come out and put leads for you as a senior agent to go talk to them about savings and retirement planning. And what we have going here is the associate builds the trust with the client through the Worth sale. That creates a lead for who? You as a vice president or manager. Now, the credibility that the senior agent's going to borrow from the junior agents is the trust between the client and the team, your teammate, okay? But the senior agent, he doesn't know this client, but he knows them through the junior agent. So that professional wealth builder needs the team member, okay, and the senior associate needs them, and the junior agent needs the senior wealth builder because, you know, the junior agent's not, maybe he's licensed, maybe he's new in the business. Guess what? The junior agent's going to borrow the senior's credibility, and the senior agent is going to borrow the trust between the junior agent and the client. We call that the triangle of trust. And guys, there's no better lead system than that. Folks, as those leads come out, that junior agent's going to give you a Worth account sale client who trusts, and they just took a mortgage from 30 years all the way down to a typical of 10, and guess what? That's going to make you the hero coming in as the professional wealth builder to give an opportunity to help people save money on the wealth side. Guys, let's talk about being an executive director at Worth account. I know that Mac went over this, but look, here's the deal. If you have 6 agents on the Worth sides doing only 2 sales a month, that's $91,627 as an executive director. That's your team. That's your goal. You want to at least do that. Now watch what happens if you're on the USG side. If you do 6 sales, have 6 agents with 2 sales a month. Watch this. You've got an income of $91,000, but if you have 6 agents doing 2 sales a month on the USG side, watch this. You have your personal production of 4 sales a month at 75%. Folks, that's alone $108,000. That's just with you, okay? Now watch what happens when you build a team with USG. If you've got 3 agents that are at the 30% level, and they do 2 sales a month, that's a 45% spread. As Mac was talking about spread, we have spread as well. That's $2,700 a month. Times 12, folks, that's $32,400 per year per agent. So if you have 3 agents, that's $32,400 times 3. That's $97,200 on this one leg. Okay, now if you remember correctly, that was having 6 agents on the Worth side doing 2 sales a month. That's 3 agents on this side. If you've got another leg at 40% with another 3 agents, okay, you're not making quite as much because they're at 40%. Okay, you've pushed those training associates to associates, which now they're earning at 40%. So that's a 35% spread, which is $2,100 per month times 12. That's $25,200 per year per agent. Folks, if you have 3 agents at $25,200, that's $75,600. If you put all 3 together, that's a $280,800 per year income. And that's with a client going with really a low client contribution of only $250 a month. Folks, people in IRAs are saving at least $5,500 a year. Okay, that's what the maximum is on the IRAs, and 401ks can be even higher. It can be $18,000 on a 401k. Folks, people are saving their money for the future because they know Social Security won't be there. Folks, this is our USG Social Security right here. This is what we're building in our pension plan. Folks, build your pension plan with solid people. You don't need 1,000 people to make a lot of money in our industry. You need dedicated, hardworking people that want to do the right thing for the right people at the right time, and we're at that time. So folks, I'm just going to tell you with 12 agents, I just want to take 4 sales, doing 2 sales with 12 agents. Just take a gander at this. It's $97,200 on your first level, $75,600 on your second level. It's $54,000 on your third level, and at 60%, which is you're making now, you got 3 agents at a divisional manager level. It's $32,400 because the spread is less, obviously. If you put those together, that's $367,200 for you to make. Now, I'm not going to go beyond that. Yes, do they go beyond that? If we do, 4 sales, obviously this doubles. Okay, it's over $600,000. I can tell you this, that all you need to do is be dedicated and wanting to help America get to a better place. And if you have that desire, we'll teach you how to recruit, we'll teach you how to train, we'll teach you how to sell. Bottom line is, you got to have the desire. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. What Max showed you is the ability to do it today. On the worst side, you've got the front end of the business, which produces leads for the back end of the business. Folks, it's a great opportunity. Come on board and join us. This train is moving, and we want you on board. So summary, sell the worth account only. That's up to you. Refer prospects to a required wealth builder professional. We'll help you with that. Sell the wealth builder account yourself. Build a team. Okay, that's where the big money is. We want you there. Plus, it's a lot more fun to do it with a team. It's just a lot more fun. Folks, all you need to do is, if you're interested in the summary of the USG opportunity, we need you to go to agencyservices.usg@gmail.com. Write us out an email. If you have any questions, we're going to tell you how to get started. How to get your insurance, it's easy. Who's going to help you? Well, we'll help you how to build a team. The Wealth Builder Plan, we're going to train you how to do it. Folks, you're not going to do it on your own. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to walk you through it. Bottom line is, get on the training webinars and through your back offices. On Tuesday, we've got a recruiting call, this same call. It's 12 p.m. Mountain Time. On Wednesday, this is for training for licensed insurance professionals only. If you've got a license, you're able to get on the call. Folks, there's still many of you that have licenses that you're still getting your paperwork in. We got to get you on the call. We're starting it tomorrow. So tomorrow's call is for when you're contracted with USG and you got all your license information into us. So get it in. And on Thursday, for non-licensed, we're going to have training on what do you say out in the field. When you're selling a worth account, you got to say something to help build your, lead system for when you get your license. We're going to help you do that. That's on Thursday at 5 p.m. Folks, let's have a great rest of the week. Let's get on the call tomorrow on Wednesday. That starts at 12 Mountain Time. If you're licensed, get on the call on Thursday. Guess what? It doesn't matter how many times you think you've been on one of these calls. If you're doing this and you're serious, you're going to get on every single call. You may hear one little thing that will change your business, and that's what you need to do. So get on the call tomorrow. Get on the call on Thursday. Invite people on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to have that call at 12 p.m. Folks, if you're building a team, you need to get them excited. Get them in. Get them on the call. It doesn't take anything to send out an email to your friends and family and other people that you know that are licensed professional or unlicensed professional to give them the opportunity here. Folks, there's a lot of opportunity, but they're not going to hear about it unless you tell them about it. So see you on the call next week. Mac, do you have anything? John, do you have anything?
No, yeah, I'll just say this is John Washenko. Guys, I think this call kind of sums up what's going on. And if you guys have a little bit of vision, if you can see what's happening, and what, as Mac and JP have just gone over, we have just got an amazing opportunity, and it is slowly coming to fruition, slowly starting to roll out. And once our marketing meets up with our vision, once our opportunity starts to meet up with you, and once you start to experience how this opportunity is going to change your clients' lives and your life, it's absolutely amazing. I'm just so grateful that we were able to get Tom and John and Mac together and get them to go through this. This is just an amazing opportunity for you and your clients. And as we go through and present more and more and bring this out, this new engine, this new opportunity, this new way of thinking, of building wealth at the same time as you're getting out of debt, just brings this to a whole new level, and it's just absolutely amazing. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us on the call, and wish you the best afternoon, and God bless. Thank you.